firstly, Marco, thank you for hosting us. 10 years of NOAH, it's a great achievement.
You have been probably at the first years.
I was at the first
At
NOAH,
the very first.
Yeah, at Hilton and Mayfair, yeah.
I'm very happy to see you again.
No, thank you very much. And thanks everybody in the crowd for sticking around. I think it's one of the last sessions. We at Macquarie are very fortunate to be an investor in Stocard. We led a 20 million funding round about 6 months ago. And Stocard is a business out of Mannheim, Germany, with a global user base. And Björn Goos is the CEO and founder. And when I first met Björn, I had a very thick wallet with a lot of loyalty plastic cards in them. And since then, they're all gone. They've all gone into my Stocard app. So maybe, Björn, you can tell us a bit about Stocard, what you guys do, and how did you come up with the idea for Stocard?
Sure, I'd love to. So Stocard is a mobile wallet that is already used by more than 30 million people and is growing by more than 1 million users every single month. And our goal is to continue to shape the future of how people shop and how people consume financial services and more. But maybe let's start at the very beginning, which goes back to Sydney, Bondi Beach, where one of my co-founders and I were talking about which industry will be changed next by the smartphone. And there was this one problem friends of ours had, which was they had this huge wallet with a lot of cards. And every evening when we went out, they took their driver's license or their ID, put that into a smaller bag, and we went out. So we thought there must be a better solution than that. And so we created the first version of Stocard, which is an app that allows you to take all your loyalty cards, like the Tesco card, the Boots card, British Airways card, and put that into one digital app. And from then, just leave all your plastic cards at home, go to any store, and collect all your loyalty points by just showing the app, and never miss any savings again. And on top of that, we continued building an ecosystem. So nowadays, you're not only having loyalty cards in the Stocard app, you also get personalized offers that help you to save even more. All your coupons in this one app from your favorite retailers. You can see all your points balances, your recent transaction history, your frequent flyer status. And you can also sign up for loyalty cards that you don't have yet with just one simple click right within the app. And very soon, we will also offer functionality to allow our millions of users to pay with the app.
Right. So as you can see in the graph also, and you're talking about the 30 million users, and that was certainly one of the things we were most impressed about when we started looking at your company. The user uptake has been phenomenal, and basically without any marketing means as well. And the user engagement with the app is also quite significant. So how do you explain what drives this? What are the reasons why is this app so popular with consumers?
Yeah, so I think there are many reasons, of course. One probably is that we've always been very customer-centric. So we really listen to what the customer actually wants. And we figured that it's not necessarily payments. So when we started out creating this wallet, I mean, think about it. You've probably never heard someone saying, on the weekend, I'm going to go pay. People say, I'm going to go shopping. So we really tried to create this wallet that focuses on the holistic customer journey and the customer shopping experience. So this is probably one of the reasons. And another reason is probably that we're extremely data-driven and product-oriented. So as you said, we're not spending lots of marketing, but we really try to create a lot of value to the users. And that led to the fact that when someone actually starts using Stocard, they are extremely loyal. So they just stick around forever, and they recommend the app to their friends. Also, retailers and cashiers recommend the app to new users, and this is the main reason why we're growing. And maybe adding to the engagement that you just mentioned, so we're currently on track to have 1 billion point of sale transactions per year enabled through Stocard.
Right. Well, these are great numbers, and I mean, the second question, obviously, when we looked at this was, so consumer side looks great, but as a VC, you always think about, okay, but how do you turn consumers into revenues? Yeah. And what's your business model? So you guys have gone down an advertising path. You basically sell advertising to retailers and brands on the app. Maybe you can elaborate a bit on this. How do you come up with this? And what's the value you create for your consumers and for advertisers?
Yeah, sure. So, I mean, if you think about what Stocard actually does and who's using Stocard, it's an extremely valuable audience. It's the top spenders who go shopping. And in a world or in times where everything's moving to digital and where every advertiser is asking himself, okay, how can I address this digital audience and bridge the gap between online and offline, we have a solution for advertisers that allows advertisers to communicate with potential customers right inside their personal wallet and in a way that lives up to digital standards. So advertising is really valuable to customers here. It's personalized. If you're a vegetarian, you probably won't see any meat offers in Stocard. And on top of that, in addition to having an extremely valuable marketing channel or communication channel, Stocard has one unique thing that uniquely positions our solution in the advertising space, which is we're not only a communication channel, we're an attribution channel at the same time. And since we're a wallet, we're with the customer from the very beginning when a user, a customer, first sees an advertisement, until the final step, until the customer actually buys something. So if you think about how marketers nowadays do their job in an online world, they know they buy an advert, they know how many people click on it, they know who goes to their site, and they know how many of those check out. If you think about how this is done offline, marketers spend budgets on TV, on out-of-home, on print, but they have no idea how effective that actually is. And so Stocard is really eye-opening for them because it's the first time in an offline world that a marketer can actually understand so many people are looking at my advertisement, are engaging with it, are coming to my store, and are actually buying something. So we can show a marketer the whole funnel and show him that he actually increases revenues and prove the effectiveness of the channel. And that's probably one of the reasons why we're working with some of the biggest and most innovative retailers around the globe.
Right. So I think the Stocard journey has been very interesting and very exciting for you guys. I mean, with your 30 million user base and which is still growing quite rapidly, what's your view on the future? What kind of product innovations do you have in the pipeline? How do you see the whole Stocard segment going forward? What are your views?
Yeah. So I mentioned that in the beginning that we will also add a payment functionality, and the reason for that is quite obvious. We have millions of people standing at the point of sale now, taking out their Stocard app, collecting their loyalty points, redeeming their coupons, and then having to put the app away again and pay with a different medium. So it's a very natural step for us to also allow people to pay through the Stocard app and remove the last friction from the checkout process. But on top of that, we also believe that since the wallet is becoming more intelligent than your physical wallet currently is, the wallet will rebundle a lot of services and a lot of industries you maybe not have thought of yet in one wallet, and through this control the customer access. So in the future, I believe, I mean, it all has to make sense in the context of shopping for Stocard, right? So you probably won't, I don't know, take a loan to build your home through Stocard. But things like consumer credit, things like cashback, I think all those daily things, also maybe like money transfer, they will happen in the wallet. So the question for us is, and our thesis is, that the wallet will control the customer access. And through this, the wallet will also control the value chain and who may participate in getting access to this consumer. So our goal is to continue building the leading mobile wallet and getting from 30 million people to 50, 100, 200 million people and become a global leader in the wallet space.
Right. No, thanks. That was very insightful, and I can only recommend for anybody in the audience who uses a lot of loyalty cards to download the Stocard app. It's for free, obviously, and so that we can continue to grow our user base. And yeah, thank you, Björn, for these insights.
Thanks. Great pleasure.